Joy?
Oh, she's still out for the count.
Well, what are we going to do? I'll just leave her there.
Why not? Good long sleep will do her good. Do them both good.
Both? Oh. I should think she'd be shattered after last night. Thought she'd never stop crying.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's finally sinking in.
I think she's still in shock. I know I am.
Yeah, well, we've all got to come to terms with it, haven't we, sooner or later?
How could she be so stupid, Martin?
She's not stupid. She just didn't know.
Oh, why didn't she think? She's got a brain in her head, a very good brain.
You drive yourself daft with questions like that, Gary.
It's all so senseless, Martin.
Well, what's done's done. We can't change it now. All we can do is look after her and the baby. Give them all the love and support we can, I suppose.
You know, I don't know how I'd have got through the last couple of days if it hadn't been for you.
Don't be daft.
Can you imagine going through something like this on your own? Lots of girls in Sarah Lou's situation must come from broken homes.
Oh, don't bear thinking about.
At least we've got each other.
Well, here we are, look. Mind you gotta pay him sometime, don't you?
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I wasn't actually. I was trying to bring up a touchy subject, if you must know.
Yeah, a subject we agreed to drop.
No. A subject you decided to drop when we left your place.
Yeah, because I didn't want you to spoil a lovely night.
Gwen, you're up to your oxters in debt. I don't know how you can be so laid back. Honest to God, I don't.
Well, I try not to think about it.
Well, don't you think you should start thinking about it?
No, I don't. We've had a lovely night and now you've gone and spoilt it.
You're in a real mess. I'm worried about you.
Yeah, well, I can look after myself.
No, you can't. You've got debt collectors hammering on the door.
There's a lot worse off than me.
Gwen, you are digging yourself one hell of a big hole. I'd just like you to be more honest with me.
Honest with you? What does that mean?
Well, I haven't exactly been given the full picture now, have I?
No, and why should you? It's none of your business.
I think you'll find it is my business, eh? I've given you money twice.
Yeah, and I'll pay you back.
I don't want you to pay me back. I just want you to be straight.
I knew it. I should never have borrowed any money off you.
Gwen, I wanted to help you. I still want to help you.
Yeah, well, I don't want your help. Not if it means you're going to start prying. Wanting to know every single detail about who I owe money to is private.
Fine, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't give a monkeys if we bring the subject up ever again, okay? As long as you're being honest. You get my drift? Yes, Gary, come in.
I was going to ask you a big favour.
I'm on my way out.
What, about time?
Go on.
It was just a brilliant night from start to finish.
So what happened then? Did he stay the night?
No.
Just checking.
Mind, did he look ever so sexy in his tux?
Hi.
Half a bitter, please, and...
White wine. I've been hearing all about the shindig.
not a bad do, was it?
Oh, no, I really enjoyed myself. And Dougie's an excellent public speaker.
Yeah, the whole room hanging on his every word.
Sure it wasn't just you?
Some of us were a bit less enamoured, but then we have heard him 100 times.
He's just so charismatic, and, you know, he definitely knows how to tell a joke.
The same joke over and over again.
Isn't it funny how people treat you differently when you're with a celeb?
Or a has-been.
You know, the cloakroom attendants or the people on the door, they're just different. And the way the waiters hover around making sure your glass is topped up.
Even I'm getting excited now.
People think history is about kings and queens and world wars, but it's not. It's happening right under their noses.
You're happy as Larry down at that library, aren't you?
Historical research is fun, I admit, but it's not without its frustrations.
Oh, I know. That mousy-eared librarian can be a bit slow.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to find out a bit more about these Cartwright murders, but can't seem to find out any more than just the bare facts.
Oh, that's enough, isn't it? I mean, there's plenty of other things you can write about.
Yes, I know, but I've got the bit between my teeth, and somewhere, somebody knows something about the Cartwrights.
Hello, lads. Oh, we were just talking about you.
Hi there.
Hello there. I'll have a large scotch, please, Natalie.
Reasonable do last night, I thought.
Yeah, got another one tonight.
Oh, we are in demand.
Well, there's a new sports bar opening up in town. I'll get you in if you like.
Well, I might look in for an hour. Do you fancy it?
Yeah. Well, I'm not doing anything tonight.
Who else is going to be there?
Oh, half the Man United team.
Oh, really?
Well, they're invited, but then so is Ronaldo. Doubt any of them will actually make an appearance.
But you can always rely on Dougie Ferguson when there's a free drink.
I tell you who will be there. Lenny Sewell.
Oh, is he famous?
Only on the corridor to the Weatherfield Council Planning Department. Actually, I might just have a quiet one tonight.
Go on, there's a free bar till midnight.
I'm not doing anything tonight.
Yes, I heard you the first time. So, what do you say? Can twist your arm?
Have you been studying this book?
I've dipped into it, aye.
Dipped into it? You're supposed to study it from back to front.
Have you seen it? It's well boring.
Yes, but if you don't study it, you won't pass your test.
Yeah, I will. It's common sense. Anyway, the answers are dead obvious. What shape are the wheels on a car? A, round. B, square.
Cocky, eh? In that case, how about I test you?
Hey?
No, come on, it's going to be good practice for you, isn't it? Listen, how many of these questions have you got to answer in the real test?
35.
35. Right. That's off.
I was watching that!
Come on, if you think it's that easy, I will open a page at random and I will ask you a question. Let's see how many you get right, Smarty.
Well, did you see the way he spoke to me?
Yes, I saw it.
Well, who the hell does he think he is?
Well, don't let him upset you. He's not worth it.
Thinks he can treat women like dirt. Typical rugby player.
Well, I never had him down as a sexist pig, though.
No, neither did I till today.
Well, maybe he was just trying to, you know, play it cool in front of his mates.
That wasn't cool. It was nasty. Did you see his face? You know, last night he was all over me, paying me compliments.
Are you sure you didn't sleep with him?
It was a first date.
Well, it hasn't stopped you before.
You're a fine one to talk.
Well, it's a family trait, isn't it? Jumping in feet first. You know, but just some men don't think well of you for it.
He was a gentleman, very attentive. He walked me to the door. He pecked me on the cheek. So as far as it went. Didn't even try for a coffee. He was the perfect gentleman.
So why has he been so funny with you now?
Right. Your next question is, what does that sign mean? Does it mean A, hilly road, B, umps in the road, C, holiday route, D, hospital route?
Well, I know it's not Ellie Road, so it's either holiday route or hospital route.
Up to you.
Can I phone a friend?
Will you try and talk to Sarah Lou tonight about the father?
Do you think it'll do any good?
Well, you never know. She won't say anything to me.
I'll do, mate.
Not stopping, just coming for a drink. Sarah Lou's still in bed.
Yeah, she's not well.
Did the hospital say what was up with her?
Just a bug.
All right, then.
Don't go wandering off. Your dinner's nearly ready.
I won't.
Oh, we're going to have to tell him sooner or later.
Yeah, I know. Not yet.
And your mother, for that matter.
Well, I'm definitely not telling her yet.
Right, so we're just going to carry on pretending there's been a flu epidemic, are we? Keeping Sarah Lou off school. You stopping off work. Lowering our voices when Davy comes in.
Well, it's half term next week anyway.
Yeah, well, what if she wants to go out? We can't keep her under lock and key, can we?
Please, Martin. We haven't had a chance to get used to the news ourselves, let alone the whole street knowing.
I'm not saying we should put it in the paper.
Well, it's as good as if you tell me mother.
I just don't think all this cloak and dagger not in front of the kids stuff is very healthy.
Well, Sarah Lou doesn't want anyone to know. She couldn't even face Candice last night. That's her best friend.
Well, how did I do?
How many of these have you got to get right for a pass?
30. 22? That means I failed. That's your fault for only asking me the hard ones.
I picked them all at random, just like they will do on the day.
22.
I think you better have a good shufty at that, Smarty.
I'm just worried, that's all. You know, one minute we're going to face it, the next we're pretending nothing's happened. Oh, you're up.
I heard you talking about me.
Are you surprised?
Are you ashamed of me?
No.
I'm not exactly proud of what you've done either.
What we were doing, we were just talking things over, see what we can do for the best.
Behind my back?
No.
I'm going out.
Where to?
I don't know, Candice's.
I would rather you didn't.
Why?
Well, we just would.
Tough!
Sarah!
I don't want you telling me what to do all the time!
Well, it's a bit late in the day for that, don't you
I'll
think?
get it. Just keep it down, will you?
And I did tell you what to do. I didn't expect you to be putting into practice at 13 years of age.
It's not my fault, is it?
We've got a visitor. Social services.
Oh.
Mrs. Platt, I'm Lydia Summers. We had a referral from your GP, Dr. Wilson. She'll have told you she'll be getting in contact with us.
Well, she mentioned something. I didn't think you'd be turning up on the doorstep.
Perhaps you've not received the letter. We have written to let you know. It's about your daughter, Sarah Louise. Is this her? Hello there.
Well, I don't wish to be rude, but, just what is it you want?
Whenever we're notified of an underage pregnancy, we always visit the family at least once.
Do you now?
You mean you've come to check up on us?
No, but there is a childcare issue here.
Yeah. And we're dealing with it, as a family.
I just need to establish a few facts about the family setup and to offer our support as much as anything else.
And if we don't need your support?
I can understand you might feel this an intrusion, but there's really nothing to worry about.
Well, do you want to see all of us, or just me and Martin?
If I could talk to the whole family first, and then perhaps I could have a little chat with Sarah Louise on her own.
I know. Why don't I write an article for the Weatherfield Gazette?
Do you think they publish it?
Well, I don't see why not when you consider the rubbish that they do print.
Yeah, but the history of Coronation Street, I mean, it's a bit staid, even by their standards.
Well, not when you have a murder mystery angle.
A murder that happened 100 years ago.
Anyway, if I had to lose, I could write an article about the book in general and about the Cartwright mystery in particular, and then make an appeal for any readers who know anything about the case to get in touch with me.
That'd be a good plug for your book, if nothing else.
My thoughts exactly.
Did you enjoy showing up my sister in public today?
No. I don't know what came over me. I lost my rag.
I'll tell you something, I'm glad I never said yes when you asked me out.
I had no right to talk to her like that. I know that.
I mean, if you don't like her, fine, but let her down gently in private.
I do like her. She's a great girl.
You got a funny way of showing it.
Well, I should never have asked her out in the first place. I knew it were a bad idea.
Why? What's the big deal?
Because I knew I'd feel lousy about it the next day and take it out on her.
Why?
I felt guilty.
Have you got another woman, eh? Is that why you gave her the brush off?
In a way, yeah. There is another woman.
Who?
Laura. Laura, my wife.
Laura who died?
Last night. Well, that was the first time I've been out with anyone since she died.
It's just the three of you living here, is it?
Oh, with a son, David.
How old is he?
He's 9.
Where is he now?
He's out with his mates. But he doesn't know anything about Sarah Lou.
He doesn't?
No. It's nothing we've been trying to keep from him. It's just that we haven't found the right moment, have we?
We haven't had chance to get used to it ourselves yet.
No, so if he comes in, which he might do any minute, if you just don't mind keeping it stum.
Of course. Have you always lived here?
Yeah. Since we got married.
When was that?
1991.
8 years. And you were living together before then? You're Sarah Lou's natural father?
No, I'm a stepdad.
I see.
Her father died in 89.
When you were tiny. I'm sorry. That must have been awful for you. Well, both of you.
Well, you get on with life, don't you?
Do either of you work?
We both do.
Yeah, I'm a nurse at Weatherfield General.
Right.
And I work in a cafe just round the corner.
I take it you work shifts.
And what's the big deal about that?
Well, I know myself how hard it is to run a home when both parents are working.
Yeah, I'll tell you what else is hard. Trying to bring up 2 kids on a nurse's wage.
I've every sympathy, Mr. Platt. Obviously, you don't get to spend as much time at home as a family as you might wish.
Well, does anybody?
You probably think I'm stupid, but I woke up this morning. I've never felt so guilty in my life. Like I'd been unfaithful to her.
How long ago did she die?
2 years. Breast cancer.
How old was she?
38.
I lost my husband 18 months ago.
I know. I heard. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, you do what you can to keep the memory alive, but at the same time, you've got to get on with life.
I would if I could. But I can't.
Look, I'm not saying that there's a time limit on how long you're allowed to grieve, but I'm sure that Laura would want you to get on with your life.
She probably would.
And it's not as if you're having a proper relationship with Debs. I mean, you only took her out.
You know the worst part? The really baffling part?
What?
We weren't even all that happily married. I think I married her because everyone was after her and because... well, she looked good on my arm.
It's very honest of you.
Yeah, well, it was no great love affair. And then, when she were ill... well, something like that. I mean, brings you closer together, makes you realise just how much someone means to you. And now... all I know is she's gone. And I can't seem to move on.
I don't want to intrude. I just thought it'd be good to have a chat on our own.
You're not going to take me into care or anything, are you?
Oh, of course not. The last thing we want is to take you away from your family.
Girl in our year got put in care.
Well, there must have been a very good reason for that. Maybe her parents couldn't look after her, or perhaps they were harming her in some way. You get on well with your parents, do you?
Yeah.
Only you looked a bit upset when I first got here.
My mum's not very happy about what's happened.
And how do you feel about it?
I'm scared.
Can I ask you about the father?
Oh, he's just a boy at school.
In the same year as you?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me his name?
No.
Is he a steady boyfriend?
I don't want to talk about him.
I know you must be feeling strange at the moment, but you're not the first girl that this has happened to.
I know that.
There are lots of people there to help you in lots of ways. Even if all you want is someone to talk to other than your mum or your stepdad. The important thing is, you mustn't feel that you're on your own.
Gee, it's a lot easier getting around those shots when you don't have two kids hanging off you.
Well, they're welcome here any time, Gary, you know that. Actually, they've been dead on, so they have.
Well, that's all right, then. I can have 5 minutes, and you can make us a brew.
Better not, son. I'll get you a beer.
Thought you'd never ask. So how are things with you?
Well, not so bad, you know.
And you and Gwen still going strong, eh?
Well, we're going somewhere. I'm not quite sure where. I don't know whether I want to go along with it either.
I thought you were dead keen.
Well, let's just say I've made some interesting discoveries about the lady.
Oh, aye.
You look.
They've been up there a long time.
Well, she'll be searching Sarah's room for clues. Either that or putting ideas in her head.
I thought she seemed quite nice.
Well, she's trying to lull you into a false sense of security.
Calming down. It was very nice to meet you all. I do hope you'll stay in touch with us. And if there's anything you need, advice or support, please don't hesitate to get in contact.
Thank you. I'll see you out.
Goodbye, Mr. Platt.
Yeah, bye.
I didn't like her here any more than you. There's no need to be rude.
I don't want social workers coming round here out of the blue, poking their nose into my life, thanks very much.
You made it look like with something to hide.
Well, I felt like I had something to hide.
This is not like you, Martin. She came to offer help and advice.
Oh, yeah. I know how hard it is to run a family when both parents are working. Meaning your 13-year-old daughter's pregnant because you neglect her.
No!
Well, that's what she implied.
She made it clear from the start that they visit parents in cases like this.
Did you see her face light up when she found out I was Sarah Lou's stepdad, did you?
You're imagining
Oh,
things.
come on, Gail, you could see what was going through her mind.
Oh, now you're being stupid.
Oh, yeah? 13, pregnant, lives with a stepdad. Oh, come on, it's a textbook case. And she's not the only one that's going to point the finger either.
Yeah, well, all the more reason for making sure nobody else finds out.
Yes. It is.
Is that it? I thought you were going to tell me something juicy, like she's a bigamist.
No, I'm just telling you she's up to her neck in debt.
Oh, we're all up to our necks in debt.
Yeah, but we don't all have people banging on the door asking for money, Gary, come on.
Well, I will have soon, unless I get some in. And how much money does she owe out? Hundreds of pounds, thousands of pounds?
Well, that's the point. She won't tell me.
She's probably too proud.
No, she won't face it.
You think she's a lost cause, do you?
Well, she knows that I know she's in trouble anyway, that's for sure. She still won't come clean.
That's a hell of a thing to admit, Jim, and you haven't been going out with her that long.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, I don't know whether I want to carry on going out with her. Now that she can't be honest with me.
Well, I think you're being a bit harsh. You said yourself that she's a bit touchy on the subject of money.
Oh, aye. Somebody tells you one thing and then you find out another, eh?
Oh, don't be so hard.
Maybe it's me, maybe you're right. The trouble is when I lived with Liz, well, she was damn good with money. We never owed a penny to anyone.
But do you like Gwen?
Of course I like Gwen.
And does she make you happy even though she's skint?
She does, aye, and I don't give a monkey's whether she's skint or not. I just want her to be honest with me.
Oh, there you are then. Hang on to her. You don't exactly have women knocking the door down, do you?
No, I don't. Aye, you're probably right. I should be spending more time trying to solve her problems out, not judging her on the ones she's already got.
Well, that's what I'd do.
Aye.
And I better get these two home.
Aye, cheers, man.
I'm sorry I lost my rag earlier.
Okay. My turn tomorrow.
Truth be told, it's myself I'm angry with, deep down.
Why?
Well, just the fact of social services being here. Checking up on us. What's that say about us?
It says we have a 13-year-old daughter who's pregnant.
Oh, yeah. Well, I bet even Les Battersby's not had to go through that. I mean, we're good parents, aren't we? Respectable parents. How can we be when we let all this happen?
It could happen to anyone.
Hmm.
There's no point feeling guilty about it.
I do feel guilty. That's what I can't get away from. I feel like we've let Sarah Lou down, and the last thing I needed was that woman pointing the finger.
She wasn't pointing the finger.
She was, and she won't be the only one. Do you know how that must feel, Gail? Listen, if news gets out about this, people round here, they're gonna have a field day.